Bar week, Grano week, really about my fellow Transformers fans. It is I, Monkey, with another Transformers review. Well, 2 days to go, on Christmas Day. It's all good. Can't wait. Oh, I've got the wife, something awesome. I can't wait to show it, to give it a list. It's going to be me, my mum, and the wife. Sat down, Christmas. I'm having a chicken this year. We'll get turkey. So, what's been happening? I've had a look at Creo. Now, Creo, I like Lego. I do Lego. I collect Lego. Some Lego. I get the 3-in-1 stuff. The rest of it seems to be just too expensive. The Star Wars, all that, Harry Potter. It's too expensive. But I get the Lego 3-in-1. And I love Transformers, as you know. Creo, I don't like it. I know, right? It's stupid. I should be like loving it. I should be out everything. I don't know what it is. It's just something about it. And I'm like, I don't know. However, I've been looking on Sabretron.com, which is one of my 2 main websites I go to for news. Should try it. I'll put it down here. Check it out, Sabretron.com. Also, tformers.com. All the news you need, really. They're doing combiners. So you got your little guys, and then you transform into. So you got, like, for instance, the Predacons. So you got Razor Claw transforms into a little lion. It's got a bit of cloth in it for the mane and things like that. And then you can build them up to their combined modes. Predacons. So you got the Predacons, Combaticons, Constructicons, and the Aerial Bots. So they're looking quite cool. I did look on it though that you get in a box, you get 4 of them, and then the 5th one is in like a blind packet or something. I think you just have to keep buying them until you get the right one, which I think is a bit crap. But I'll have a look into that. I'm quite interested in it, but if it's going to be that, I'm not getting it. But it looks kind of cool. I've got a couple more things. I've got Repo Rebels. I've got a load of them. Ratchet. Prime Ratchet. Lugnut. That's for the Decepticons, Lugnut. What's the guy? City Commander set. Got that. The Ultra Magnus set. And something else I will do for the new year. But let's just go on. Now, the video I did last week, just a quick update on what was going on with Iconic Reviews. We are doing a review, but we're not doing it till New Year's Eve, so it's probably not going to be out till the new year. So I'm going to leave the review that's connected to that till then. So first, let me put something straight. Okay? When everyone does this review, when everyone does a review on this toy, they always quote him from the movie. What I'm talking about is this movie. The movie. The one that matters. Transformers, the movie. I'm going to do a review on that separately. I like that one. Love it. But the point I'm going to make on that one, they make a script. 2 shuttles. Hot Rod, Cup in one with the Dinobots. Everyone else in the other. Ultra Magnus, Springer, Cinema. Hot Rod and Cup get shot down. Springer tells Ultra Magnus Hot Rod and Cup have just bought it. Now they think, the writers go, we'll just, the guy's got to deal with this. He's got a situation. Can only do so much. He can't reach over there and save them. So they say, I can't deal with that now. I can't deal with that now. The character is slightly flawed. He's this big, awesome warrior hero who has self-doubt issues. Come on, get a grip. No, it's wrong. It's Ultra Magnus. Ultra is in his name. It's the first name. That's like awesome. That's like, I mean, awesome as a name. You're not going to go, I can't deal with it. Get a grip. But because of that, it started this thing with us in the Transformers community. My wife told me, what's all this about this joke? Everyone mentions it. That is why. I was trying to find a way to cut this, get that scene in, copyright issues, and not got the software. Oh well, c'est la vie. Look, just get the film. You should get the film anyway. It's awesome. It's got its faults, but it's awesome. It's amazing. So until then, I present to you G1 Ultra Magnus. One of the last Diaclone powered convoy came with all the accessories with the toy that we know and love today. In addition, there was powered buggy, a buggy that transformed into a robot. Later on in pre-production of the Transformers movie, it was decided that the robot would be scrapped and the two colours changed, but he could still deal with it. There's a lot of things. He's got a lot of baggage, G1 Ultra Magnus. He has a lot of baggage due to development, communication, and things. He has a lot of baggage. When Hasbro started this, Takara started this, they were dealing with toys, and they wanted to replace the first line. That's all they wanted to do. And I'm sure most of you guys know the story behind it all, and what happened, Flint Dill and all that, creating this fantastic movie. Okay, but there was a communication problem between Marvel Comics and Sunbow, and what was going on, things like that. So when this guy was originally released, he was the new leader of the Autobots. He was replacing Optimus Prime. Optimus Prime had died earlier on in the comic due to computer game, basically. Whole place, whatever. Well, it was just a terrible way for him to go. But at that point, they didn't realise, and comics weren't big enough media for people to notice. However, when this baby came out, when they killed him in that was it. They didn't realise that they killed this guy off. It was a mistake. But he had that on him. So we replaced Optimus Prime. And was quickly replaced after that with Rodimus. And they were juggling with two characters here. Who was going to be the Autobot leader, Rodimus Prime or Ultra Magnus? So the comics suffered because of it. So they had to try and back step and sideward step. It's a different continuity. It always had been, but it was just massive now. It was always him versus Galvatron. I think it was the 1985. Yeah, it was the 1985 annual, and it was Galvatron and Ultra Magnus on the cover. They'll find each other, and it was Jeff Senior who did the artwork in the story, and it was the fight in the volcano. Some of you guys don't know what I'm talking about. Some of you do, but at a fight in the volcano, the book got trapped in the volcano. Lots of things happened because of that, but yeah, that was the end of basically the 2006 Tiger 2006 story. But yeah, he's also lined up with the Wreckers, which was a commando team, which I never mentioned in my cut review, mostly because he was never originally in it. He is now, but yeah, he was connected to the Wreckers as well. When we first saw in the comic, we first saw Ultra Magnus taking down Optimus Prime. He'd come over after fighting the Predacons, come over through the space bridge to Cybertron, and Ultra Magnus and a few, I think it was the Wreckers, I think it was. Yeah, the Wreckers. Captured him. And that's when you first meet him in the comic. But I'm just putting him against Optimus Prime. Now remember, this is the one I did earlier. This is the 25th anniversary. So the stacks are short, the smoke stacks are short, and the fists are crap. Not like these ones. The original Optimus Prime had these type of ones, solid plastic. Ray has just done, Ray, hi Ray, I love mess. He's just gone on about plastic and stuff. This is a very, very good example. This is one of the original plastic fists for Ultra Magnus, which was also exactly the same for Optimus Prime. Now, the Optimus Prime one came out, this 25th anniversary one. It's all hollow. This is a block of plastic with a hole drilled in the middle. The Optimus Prime one is completely hollow. It has a piece sticking up of it, like an extension. It's completely crap. This is what we're all getting at with the quality of the plastic. They're trying to cheapen it up. It's very annoying. But we're going on about this toy. So yeah, he comes with a laser rifle, with fists, and I mentioned with the Prime one when I got the backpack and everything, it also came with an Energon axe. So you just take the fist off, just like Prime, and you put it on. What do you think, eh? Not bad, eh? Now this is, you'll notice that the face isn't blue. I'm not sure which version this is, which version the blue is. I've been trying to look up into it. It's a bit of a nightmare. But this is the version I got. I got this version of my friend Magic Mike, who you may have heard on a video previously. He was sat over here. A very, very good friend of mine, one of my oldest friends. And he gave me this. He said, "Look after it for me. It's going to a better home." So I have done. Also picked up a few things along the way. Now you're probably wondering, some of you who do not know Ultra Magnus or have heard of him and seen him, going, "This ain't Ultra Magnus. Doesn't look anything like him." No, it is Ultra Magnus. This is the truck form. This is the form that everyone has ignored. The comic, the cartoon, all the comics barring Dreamwave have ignored him. You see the back of him in Megatron, the first 4-part story that we did on our comic reviews. You see the back of him next to Prime during a funeral. But this is, I assure you, Ultra Magnus. Also, the origins of Ultra Magnus as well is under question. Some believe Ultra Magnus was once Dion, which is a character that was shown in the original cartoon, where you first meet Orion Pax. How Ariel, his girlfriend, Orion's girlfriend, becomes Elita 1. They think that Dion is going to be Ultra Magnus. There's that issue, yeah. There's that. There's also the fact that he may be his brother because they look the same. There is that, but there's only Dreamwave have said that they are brothers. Yet Dreamwave originally, who did the culmination of characters, bios, and everything, also went over things like Pretender Shells, what they were really for, and Sparks, and how twins and clones and things happen. And they mentioned, when it comes to brothers, they mentioned Sunstreaker and Sideswipe, but they never mentioned Prime and Ultra Magnus. I don't think it's that. I think it's just two guys who maybe trained at the same time. Could be Dion, but I still think it's a friend, a close friend who they've just trained a lot together, and they've had the same kind of got to a certain point, did the same path, and then they both split ways. One became leader, and one did something else. That's my view on it. That's how I think about Ultra Magnus. He's a great toy. He's a great character as well. I'll go more into the IDW when I do City Commander. I think he's a bit more in line with that one. I'm just sticking with the G1 here. So okay. So we take just like Prime, we take the fists off. Now I tend to keep the fists in the chest. Put them in there. and then just partly transforming. Now he has a trailer. That's basically a car carrier, and that transforms into a body. Here's one I did earlier. We just gone on there, place it inside. Oh, take the cab hitch off, and it becomes a belt. I like that. It's one of the first few, one of the first parts spawners in Transformers is Ultra Magnus, and pretty much everything gets used up for the robot mode. I'm having trouble. Aha! Nah. There we go. And voila. Ultra Magnus. Now again, some of you may have this toy and realise that face is wrong as well. Yeah, I've seen them where they've got metal faces or silver faces. But yeah, this is Ultra Magnus the way you all see him as in the comics and the cartoon. This is the Ultra Magnus that we get, and it's a great form. 1985 this was released. Very good toy, and it was a good. Forget about what Optimus Prime is as a character. Let's just think of him as a toy in the toy point of view. This is a good upgrade. Yeah, this is a good upgrade for from Optimus Prime. You have to do something like this to upgrade it, to be an upgrade. We just do a size comparison here. See, this is where the scale issues are on. But you know what you're going to do. This guy combines with his trailer, and here we have him in his vehicle mode. So you can see where they were going with a different idea. Still keeping the cab because it still worked. It was a brilliant idea. But giving it a different idea with having a troop car carrier instead, which also became a bigger body. It's a different way of going with it. We're still using a similar idea. And it's genius how they did it. The fact that you can carry your Autobots buddies on the back as well, pretty good. Comes with missiles. So yeah, it's a very nice toy. It rolls nice. I can't go enough about it, to be honest. It's a really good toy. Let's just put it up against. It's a really good toy. Let's put it up against Optimus Prime. So the cab's the same size, as you can see. Obviously the smokestack's like we've went on before. You know, slightly smaller on this one. This is the 20th or 25th anniversary edition. But yeah, I mean, you know, put it side on side. Put Magnus at the back because he's taller. His carriage is taller. You get to see. Excuse me for the shaky camera and that, but to give you an idea. So that's where they start. And you can see Prime's trailer is a bit longer, but Magnus's trailer was higher. So there's a lot going on there. I think the colours on this one though looks absolutely fantastic. White, red, blue mixing together, just absolutely brilliant. Really good colours. Hasbro did a really good job of doing repainting this for the Ultra Magnus character. Really good job. And we just put them along here as well to see the scale. The cars are. It's not quite. If this was just as long as the trailer on Prime, this would fit these very comfortably. But what's happening now is they're bumper to bumper, these cars, when they're actually on the trailer. So yeah, but you know, 1986, what are you going to do? Here's another thing. Remember my tracks? I broke it once, and I said I had no problems. Get out, man. Come off as I was transforming that today. Rubbish. I have to lay that back up. But yeah, there's the scales with them anyway. Just bring the camera up. So all in scale, and that's what was really good about the G1 was the fact that everything pretty much was in scale. Yeah, there were scale issues with combiners and things like that, but we're talking about the art crew and the phase 2 of the G1. So Ultra Magnus came because it was based on Optimus Prime, so the scale issue was the same. Yeah. Secondary toys like Red Alert was a repaint, or Tracks was still in scale with the others, so everything worked fine together. It was only later on when we started using the combiners and things that's when scale became an issue. But this is him. You got missiles here. Now these missiles don't work. Yawn, boring. But yeah, managed to get these off eBay somewhere. So, oh, dropsy. But I found something else out. I was looking at the photos and stuff that I can use for the video, and they did this. I thought, surely there's something that they can do with this bit here, because obviously it's Diaclone, and it's one of the Ultra Magnus is one of the last Diaclone toys were made. After that, Hasbro and Takara took over properly with their own stuff. Hot Rod, Blur, Cup. Apart from Hot Rod. Hot Rod was the only decent one, but I saw this. Oh, look at that. It does that. Why? I don't know. Don't ask me why. It just does that. I just always thought there's got to be something else it can do. You know. Can it go anywhere else? I never could, and I saw a photo with that. I'm like, oh, look at that. Still was crap, isn't it? Yeah. Okay. But yeah, so that toy is a brilliant toy, and if you like G1, you are going to love this toy. He's colourful. The articulation is well, the cab is exactly the same as Optimus Prime. The articulation in the actual full battle mode, or whatever you want to call it, in the arms, good ratchet system going in. You know, yeah, you hear that? And then as I missiles come off again. Yeah. So good ratchets there, good strong ratchets. For an old toy as well, it's still holding up. Fantastic. But yeah, that is Ultra Magnus. It's coming up to 16, 17 minutes now, so I think I'll do it on the bud there. So this is Monkey. This is Ultra Magnus. G1 Ultra Magnus. And this is Monkey saying, be good, take care of yourselves, and a Merry Christmas. And I'll see you next week. Bye now.